In this tutorial, I will be talking about how to input the IOU log and also how to make a pivot sheet so that you can better track the students who have an outstanding balance. So here is an example of a log that I've already made, and I've already inputted all the data. One of the first column is you would want to put the name of the students. The second column is the grade the students are in. Under events, which is the third column, is the special lunch type, and date is the date of the special lunch. Quantity would be the number of quantity of order, and this is for use so that you can keep track of what they ordered, and over on this column is the detail of their order, so you can match to make sure that the price is correct. And for example, Mary Zong, she had ordered cheese pizza, but she ordered one extra cheese pizza. So in this example, we would only charge $2 addition to what she had already ordered and paid for. In this situation, Raymond Marshall, he ordered a brand new order, which was 2 slices of cheese pizza, and so then I would input this amount due. I would refer back to our price chart and input that every week. Here would be the email of the parent, or the email of where you would send the PayPal invoice to. And I just keep a log here so that if the parent does not pay through PayPal, this would be a nice log for me to easily refer back to if I needed to write an email to them. In this column, I have a note for myself whether the student paid or did not pay, and email count is how many times I've invoiced them, and a remark would be a note just to myself on any specific remarks I need to note. So what we want to do is make a pivot chart so we can better track the outstanding invoices. What you do is you go to Insert, go to Pivot Table, insert Pivot Table, and for the range we would want to choose the range that we have inputted. So we want to start from the bottom and go all the way to the top. So I'm going to revise this range because actually I wanted to start at A3. I go back to this mouse and change it to A3. So this is the range of the pivot table. I want it into this existing worksheet, and the location of where I would want the pivot table is right on the bottom here, and I press OK. Then what I really want is to have a pivot table so that I could have a summary of each student and the emails that I would need to invoice to. So I would like to have the email and the amount due and the event, which is the pizza event. Now the pizza event would go under the column, and I want to show you right here. So this chart is where the column is where each event is, which is what each student owes in that event collectively. And in this email would basically be the email that I would invoice the PayPal to, and the sum of the amount due is the total amount of IOUs that are due. So really what I would be invoicing is to this email, which is to that particular student, and right now they've owed $17.50 in and out. But for example, in this student, they've owed $36.50 for in and out, $18.50 for pizza, and then the blank was previous year. And then they would add all the special lunches together of what was owed so far, and it's 107. So it makes it easy for me to keep a log of how much I need to invoice them. Otherwise, it would be a little bit more tiresome if I had to email through PayPal each special lunch invoice to them. So if you want to go back and refer to to the order, the student, you look, like for example this one, you double click the name, let's see, right here, and you double click that, and it would take you to all of the in and out particulars, details, into another different sheet if you wanted to see it. So I'm going to delete that because I don't need to see it. And so here you have a pivot chart of what should be invoiced by the email, by the special lunch event, and then the grand total. So what you would really need is this column, the grand total column, and the email column. And this completes our tutorial on how to input the special lunch IOU logs and how to make the pivot sheet.